I'll give everybody a minute to get in. All right. Good morning, New York City. This is the calm before the storm. Either late tomorrow evening or early Sunday morning, we are going to see snow start to begin to fall across our city. It will fall and then fall some more. And the forecasts don't always get it right, but what is being predicted right now, whether it's a foot of snow or even a little bit more, would be one of the biggest snowfalls that our city has seen in years. We haven't seen a foot of snowfall in quick succession since nearly 5 years ago. This weekend is going to be cold, it is going to be windy, and above all else, it is going to be a weekend where your city is prepared. Across every single level of government, we are working together to ensure that our streets are being kept clear, that New Yorkers are safeguarded, and that the most vulnerable among us are being connected with shelter. At 6 a.m. this morning, the sanitation department began brining our highways and major roadways. And for those unfamiliar, brining is a process where a salt and water solution is sprayed, making it much harder for snow to stick and for ice to form. Tomorrow, as the storm nears, we're going to see thousands of DSNY collection trucks and agency partners transformed into the nation's largest snow fighting operation. This is an operation that I trust with every ounce of my being in being the ones that will deliver us the exact kind of city response we need to see this weekend. We are going to see more than 2,000 of those sanitation workers begin 12-hour shifts starting tomorrow evening. They will salt as soon as we see the first snowflakes hit the ground with 700 salt spreaders, and then as soon as we see 2 inches of snow accumulate, we're going to see 2,200 plows activate across the city. That, by the way, is likely to occur Sunday morning. And all of this is going to be overseen internally by DSNY's Blade Runner 2.0 system, which monitors plowing and salting in real time to ensure that every community, every neighborhood, every part of New York City will be met with the services of the city government. Now, this is a storm that will also bring with it significant amounts of precipitation. It will carry a cold front as well. And that is why we have enacted a code blue now in effect, which has been in effect since last night. This means that homeless services outreach workers have been and will continue to canvass the 5 boroughs so that we are connecting homeless New Yorkers with shelter and bringing them out of the cold. DHS is going to be bypassing the intake operation procedures just to ensure that we are getting people into these shelters as quickly as possible. No one is going to be denied across the city. And finally, while we are still waiting to make a final decision on whether school will be in person or virtual, we will communicate that decision to families by noon on Sunday. That is going to be a decision between in-person learning and remote learning. I have to apologize to the students that were hoping for a different answer. For a traditional snow day, that will not be the case. We will also be canceling PSAL activities on Sunday. Throughout every step of this storm, city government is going to communicate directly to you as New Yorkers. I encourage every New Yorker to join the more than 1 million who have already signed up for Notify NYC. You can do that by texting Notify NYC to 692-692. We will be sending you texts, updates, and alerts, and we will also regularly brief New Yorkers over the course of this weekend. And finally, I want to encourage New Yorkers to do their parts to stay safe this weekend. That is why we are issuing a hazardous travel advisory for Sunday and for Monday. So if you need groceries, if you need a new winter coat, if you need anything, frankly, that you are thinking about for this weekend, today is the day to make that trip. Because once the snow begins to fall, I want to encourage New Yorkers to do something that we don't often have the luxury of doing, which is to take a breath and stay home. Stay indoors, stay off the roads, watch the snow come down, watch the worst possible reality TV show you can find, and take some time away from the roads. Because while this is going to be a big storm, these are the kinds of challenges that New Yorkers and the hardworking men and women of New York City government overcome all the time. And it's a moment that this city is prepared to meet. So I ask once again to stay out of the elements and to know that the people alongside me and the hardworking men and women who are already hard at work across the city will be the ones to ensure that this is a storm that meets its match in the city. Thank you, and I'm now going to pass it over to our MTA CEO, Jenna Lieber.
Thank you, Mayor. And I know some of us who dread reality TV are glad to know there's also football if it comes to that. But thank you for your leadership. And I've been in touch with Governor Hochul this morning. She's declared a statewide state of emergency. Obviously, the principal impacts of this pending storm are likely to be downstate. But she asked me to underscore the MTA will be operational this weekend. Obviously, we have detailed plans in place for storms like this to protect the network, to protect our riders, and to protect our employees. We pre-position a ton of equipment and personnel. I want to thank our workforce in advance. I know there are many city agencies that are going to be working 24/7, but the MTA workforce is always standing by and ready to deliver. We have 220 miles of subway that is out of